Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter here in the workshop, at the workbench, making shavings. Well, I just spent about, a half an hour trying to get this plane, my number 7, to accept an 1/8 inch blade, 1/8 inch thick blade. Because the question came up about thicker blades. And aren't they better? Well, we talked about this year a couple times. And I wanted to prove it, but none of my 2 3/8 inch wide planes will accept this blade. Not without filing open the mouth, which I don't really want to do. I may have to, because you can only back the frog up just so much before the heel of the bevel starts hitting, and it doesn't allow you to insert it properly. So what I'm going to do is give you my consensus, or the consensus, or a consensus, or my opinion on thin blades versus thick blades. It's a lot like the opinion goes the same with the older hand planes, like this number 7, which has a thinner casting, versus my number 6, which has a thicker casting. And it's difficult to quantify so this one is actually behaving quieter right at the moment. The number 6 is ever so slightly louder. Now, the irons, the number 7 has a 0.08. The number 6 is ever so slightly thinner. A couple thousandths. Now, a thicker iron, the wood doesn't know if you have a thicker iron or a thin iron. Let's get that straight. The wood has no idea, because all it is making contact with is this very, very, very front edge. Okay? As to another comparison, if we go with my Woody jack plane, which is set, which has a block plane blade in it, which is a little bit thicker than this. Okay? It's just ever so slightly quieter, and I attribute that to the wooden body. The ECE blade is 0.85. All right, now we're just right at the edge. Okay? So there's that one. Now, the East Meets West is a Ron Hawk blade, which is very thick. It is 190. It's over 1/8 of an inch. There's that one. The Japanese plane blade is also very thick. At almost 1/4 of an inch. All right, there we go. So the thickness of the iron or the blade really only comes into play when you're dealing with a plane body that is made specifically for that thicker cutter. The number 7 with a .080 works perfectly fine. The number 6 with a .082 works perfectly fine. Albeit, it's making just a little bit more noise. Now, I would have to do some testing because you want to know where your blade is mating on your frog. If there's any place near the cutting edge that it's not quite tight to the frog, you'll get a little more noise. So I know I didn't solve the problem or answer the question, because I can't prove it. The only plane I have here, and I might have to do another video another day, to where I can take out this thin blade and put it in, is my Clifton 4.5. Or the Soba, maybe the Soba 4.5. They have, well, the Clifton has a very thick blade. So I'd have to see if I could do it in that one and see if it makes any difference. But my main goal for these thicker blades is going to be to go into wood body planes. I'm not putting them in my daily users. I just don't want to file open the mouth. Although a 1/16 of an inch wouldn't hurt anything. But I'd rather make a wooden plane out of this. So that's about it, everybody. I tried. I failed you today. I can't answer the question. In conclusion, the theory is a thicker blade, if it mates properly with both the chip breaker and the frog, should offer some additional stability. But like I said, the cutting edge and the wood they know no difference. Then there's the vibration in the steel, which causes sound vibration, so audio. All I know is they have a bigger bevel, more grinding, more sharpening. Head out to your workshop, go make some shavings, but not before you like, subscribe, and share. Walter out.